If you are watching this video for the first time, make sure you are subscribing to Anantalakshmi Academy. Once you click on the subscribe button, you will see a bell icon. If you click on that bell and click on all, you will get to know whenever I upload a video. This will send you a notification. Hello everybody, welcome back to Anantalakshmi Academy. So here I am today to solve the next problems in exercise 12.2. Already we have solved 1 to 5 problems in exercise 12.1. I have uploaded a video of the same. If you have not gone through it, I'll be mentioning the link in the description or I'll be placing it in the end card as well. Please go through it to get a better understanding of it. If not, if you have already solved the 5 problems and looking for the explanation for the rest of the problems, then let's jump into the problems without any delay. So here I am ready with the 6th problem already written on the board. So let's go through it. The angle of elevation of top of a building from the foot of the tower is 30 degrees. So we have top of the building and a tower. All right. So he says the angle of elevation of top of the building from the foot of the tower. From the foot of the tower is 30 degrees. So as he mentioned, 30 degrees. And the angle of elevation or angle of depression is always considered only with respect to a horizontal line. So we must draw a horizontal line which forms a right angle triangle. Alright. The angle of elevation of top of a building from the foot of the tower. This is tower and this is building. Alright. From the foot of the tower is 30 degrees. And then the angle of elevation of top of the tower from foot of the building is 60 degrees. So this is going to be 60 degrees. And this forms a right angle in this triangle. Alright. Okay. From foot of the building, if the tower is 30 meters height, find the height of the building. So we need to figure out the height of the building, which is h. So let us quickly name this A, B, C and D. So we have given AD is equal to 30. Angle A is equal to 30 degrees, angle B is equal to 60 degrees. Alright. If we assume the distance between the tower and building to be D, what are we going to get? We need to find the height of the building. So here, from this triangle ABD, from triangle ABD. Here we have the opposite side and the adjacent side. Alright. Tan. Hence I am going for tan. Tan 60 degrees is equal to angle B. Alright. AD by AB. AD is nothing but 30 by D. Tan 60. What is tan 60? Root 3. So D is equal to 30 by root 3. The distance between the tower and the building we got. So from triangle ABC, why are we considering triangle ABC now? We have to figure out the height of the building. So from triangle ABC, tan 30 is equal to, in order to figure out that we know D and we have to figure out H. Hence I am considering tan BC by AB, which is nothing but H by AB is H by D. D is nothing but 30 root 3. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to H by, what is D? 30 root 3. What have we done here? We have substituted the value of D, since D is equal to 30 root 3. Now send this aside. 30 by root 3 multiplied by root 3 is equal to H. 30 by 3 is equal to H. H is equal to 3 times 30. What is the height of the building? Is nothing but 10 meters. Alright. This is about problem number 6. What have we done? We just considered tan 60 in triangle ABD first and figured out the distance between the two building and the tower, and then from triangle ABC we have figured out the height of the building by substituting the distance between those two. Alright, this is about 6th problem. Let's jump into 7th. Yeah, here we are at the 7th problem. Two poles of equal height. I highlighted the point equal height. Okay, equal height are standing opposite to each other. There are two poles. Let us assume they are of equal heights. They are standing opposite to each other. All right, on either side of the road. Okay, this is on one side of the road and the other is other side of the road, which is 20 feet wide. So the distance of the the road width is nothing but total 120 feet. Okay, now from a point between them on the road, okay, from a point between them on the road, let us assume the point is here. The angle of elevation of top of the poles are 60 degrees and 30 degrees. This is 30 degrees and this is 60 degrees. Alright, respectively. Find the height of the pole and the distance of the point from the pole. So let us assume this is pole A. Okay, this is pole A and this is pole B. Let me name them as CD. Okay, now this point is nothing but E. Okay, so for us, given AB is equal to 120 feet. But from this point, let me assume the distance from tower 1 to this point is D. So what does this become? 120 minus D. Alright, this is already given as 120. If I assume one of it as D, the other becomes 120 minus D. Okay. So now AB is given as 120 feet. So here from, and they are given that the heights of the poles are the same. So let us assume the height of the two poles as H. From triangle ECB, tan 30 is equal to BC by BE, isn't it? Why am I considering tan? Because I know the opposite side and the adjacent side. Alright, this is H by 120 minus D and tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So here, if I do the cross multiplication, H root 3 is equal to 120 minus D. Okay, let us consider this as equation 1 because we do not know two values H and D. So let us try figuring out from this triangle. From triangle ADE, tan 60 degrees is equal to, why am I considering tan here again? We know only opposite and adjacent. That's the reason. Tan 60 is equal to AD by AE. Tan 60 is root 3. What is AD? H by, this is D. So if I do the cross multiplication, H becomes, H is equal to D root 3. Now substitute H in equation 1. Substituting H in equation 1. Let us see. H is nothing but, what is equation 1? H root 3 is equal to 120 minus D. H is D root 3. D root 3 multiplied by root 3 is equal to 120 minus D. Alright, root 3 into root 3 is 3D is equal to 120 minus D. If I take this D the other side, it becomes 4D is equal to 120. D is equal to 120 by 4 is equal to 30. Alright, out of 120 feet width, this point is 30 feet away from tower A, and what is BE? From the other tower, which is 120 minus D, 120 minus 30 is nothing but 120 minus 30 is 90. Alright, 30 and 90. From the point, tower A is at a distance of 30 feet and tower B is at a distance of 90 feet. Alright, that is about problem number 7. So let's jump into problem number 8. So here is the problem number 8. This is a bit different from rest of the problems. So focus on this very carefully. So the angle of elevation of top of a tower from 2 points. So the angle of elevation of top of a tower is what he said. And the angle of elevation is always associated with the horizontal line. Right? At a distance of 4 meters and 9 meters. Okay? At a distance of 4 meters is this. Let us assume this is a point at a distance of 4 meters. Then this is a point at 9 meters. Find the height of the tower. So this is what we need to figure out. And in the same straight line with it are complementary. So he said already there are angle of elevations that are made, and in the same straight line with it are complementary. So he said the angles are complementary. So let us assume this as theta 1 and this as theta 2. Okay, let us quickly name the triangle ABCD. Alright, so in the given problem, what is given? Angles are complementary. Angles are complementary. What does that mean? If you have already gone through the concept of complementary angles, which I have mentioned, you will be aware of this. If you have not gone through that, I'll be attaching the trigonometry playlist in the end card. Please go through that as well to clearly understand what is complementary angle, how are we going to deal with it, and what are the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. All right, I'll be attaching that in the description as well. So angles are complementary. That means theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degrees. So theta 2 is nothing but 90 minus theta 1. Let us consider this as equation 1. Okay. Now, so tan theta 1. Why am I considering tan? Because I know this and that. Okay. Tan theta 1 is nothing but from this bigger triangle. From triangle ACD, tan theta 1 is equal to CD by AC. What is CD? H. By AC is nothing but 9 meters. So tan theta 1 is equal to H by 9. Let us assume this as equation 2. And if I simplify, try getting the value of H is equal to 9 tan theta 1. Okay, this is what it becomes. Now, from triangle, it's triangle BCD. Tan theta 2 is equal to, what is it? CD by BC. CD by BC. But from equation number 1, theta 2 is nothing but 90 minus theta 1. So this becomes tan of 90 minus theta is equal to H by 4. Alright, equal to 9 tan theta 1 here. But cot tan theta 2 is nothing but tan 90 minus theta 1, which is nothing but cot theta 1 is equal to H by 4. 1 by tan theta 1 is equal to H by 4 and H is equal to 4 by tan theta. But as per equation 3, from equation 3 we have H as 9 tan theta 1, which is equal to 4 by tan theta 1. So tan square theta 1 is equal to 4 by 9. If I remove this square here, this forms the root, under root of 4 by 9, which is nothing but 2 by 3. But we have tan theta 1 is H by 9. From equation number 2, tan theta 1 is equal to H by 9 is equal to 2 by 3. Isn't it? So H is equal to 9 multiplied by 2 by 3, 18 by 3, which is nothing but 6. Alright. What are we supposed to find? Find the height of the tower is nothing but H, and H is equal to 6. This is a problem which is based on the complementary angles concept. So I am repeating this again. So angles made are complementary is what that is what is given, theta 1 and theta 2, the summation of those two becomes 90, hence I wrote theta 2 as 90 minus theta 1. So from the triangles, by applying the trigonometric ratios, I figured out tan theta 1 first, and by substituting 90 minus theta 1, we got cot theta 1. Alright, so from there also I wrote cot theta in terms of tan and substituted the value of tan theta over there to figure out the value of tan theta 1. Once I got to know the tan theta 1, I substituted the value here to figure out the height of the tower. Is it? Yeah, this is the height of the tower. So this is about problem number 8. Let's jump into problem number 9. Here we are, ninth problem. This is as the number goes on from 1 to 10, the complexity or the criticality of the problem goes as is. Not very complex, but a little complex. Alright. So the angle of elevation of jet plane from a point A on the ground. Okay, we have a jet plane. From a point on the ground is 60 degrees. Again, the angle of elevation is drawn with respect to a horizontal line. This is 60 degrees. Okay, after a flight of 15 seconds. So after 15 seconds, let us assume this jet is traveling in this direction. After 15 seconds, the angle of elevation changes to 30 degrees. Again, elevations are drawn with respect to 30 degrees. Why am I drawing at the same height is if the jet plane is flying at a constant height. So no matter what the angle of elevation is, whether it is 60 degrees or 30 degrees, it is flying at the same height. Alright. So now from the same point, it is making an angle of 30 degrees. Alright. So at a this is 30 degrees. If the jet plane is flying at a constant height, height is nothing but 1500 root 3. So from the first point, when the angle of elevation is 60 degrees, it is flying at a height of 1500 root 3. And even when the angle of elevation has come down to 30 degrees, it is even then traveling at a height of 1500 root 3 meters. Find the speed of the jet plane. Now that we are dealing with 10th class mathematics, we are aware of physics, right? What is speed? Speed is nothing but distance traveled by the time taken. So what is the time it took to make sure the angle of elevation comes down to 30 degrees? It is 15 seconds. So it took the time of 15 seconds. No, in order to figure out the speed, we need to understand what is the distance that it has traveled from this point to this point. Alright. So let us consider from the first point A to the angle of elevation 60 degrees, that distance as D. And from this point, let me name it as B. From B, it has traveled a distance for over a period of 15 seconds time, and this as X. Alright. So A, B, C, D and E. Alright. We quickly named the triangle, and now in the solution, so from the first triangle, when it made an angle of elevation of 60 degrees from triangle ABE. Alright, ABE, I am considering tan. Why? Because we know the height and we assume the adjacent as D. So tan 60 is equal to BE by AB. Tan 60 is root 3. What is BE? 1500 root 3. The height. By AB is D. So root 3 gets cancelled. When D comes off here, so while making an angle of elevation of 60 degrees, the distance it has travelled to the next point is 1500 meters. Alright, now that we know D. Now what is it? We need to figure out the speed. Speed is nothing but distance travelled by time. What is the distance it has been travelled from B to C? That is X. So let us figure out that as well. So from triangle ACD, the bigger triangle ACD, alright, tan 30 is equal to CD by AC. What is AC? D plus X. Okay, 1 by root 3 is equal to CD is 1500 root 3 by AC is D plus X. Alright, so if I do the cross multiplication part, D plus X is equal to 1500 root 3 multiplied by root 3. Root 3 into root 3 is nothing but 3. 1500 multiplied by 3 is 4500. D plus X is equal to 4500. But D is nothing but 1500. X is equal to 4500 minus D, which is 1500, right? 3000. X is equal to 3000. Okay, what is this distance? 3000. And what is this distance? 1500. All right, now what are they asking us to find? Find the speed of the jet plane. For us, the time given, which is 15 seconds, is to cover the distance from B to C. All right, from a point, it made an angle of 60 degrees. So, and then after moving from that point, it made an angle of 30 degrees. All right, so distance speed is equal to distance by time. What is the distance it has covered in 15 seconds? 3000. By what is the time? 15 seconds. So the speed is equal to 200 meters per second. So this is about problem number 9. Speed is the formula that you need to remember, distance by time, and that is what we have solved for. Alright, let's jump into the next problem. So we are here with the problem number 10. Let's read out the problem. The angle of elevation of top of the tower from foot of a building is 30 degrees. So here we have two entities. One is tower. Let us assume this is tower T, and foot of the building is, okay, so we have one more building. All right, building is 30 degrees. Pause, please pause. So yeah, the problem number 10. The angle of elevation of top of a tower from foot of a building. Okay, let us assume this is building and this is the tower. From the foot of the building, angle of elevation is 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees. All right, and the angle of elevation of top of the building from foot of the tower is 60 degrees. Okay, what is the ratio of height of the tower and building? So the angle of elevation of top of the tower from foot of the building, this is building. So let us assume the height of the building is HB, and the angle of elevation of top of building from foot of the tower, height of the tower as HT, is 60 degrees. What is the ratio of height of the tower and height of the building? Okay, this is what is given. Why have I drawn this like this? Because I do not know whether the heights of the building and heights of the tower are equal or not. So I have drawn it like this. So let us quickly name the diagram. A, B, C and D. Solution from triangle ABC. ABC. Okay, we know the opposite side. We assume the opposite side, and let me assume the distance as D. Okay, from triangle ABC, tan 30 degrees is equal to BC by AB. What is BC? Height of the tower by AB is D. What is tan 30? 1 by root 3. Height of the tower is equal to, when you do the cross multiplication, it becomes D by root 3. Now we got to know the height of the tower. Next we need to figure out height of the building. So for that, from triangle ABD, again I am considering tan, because we know we assumed the distance D here and height to be HB. tan 60 is equal to AD by AB. Tan 60 is root 3. AD is HB by AB is D. So HB is equal to D root 3. HB is equal to, HB is equal to, when D goes this side, it becomes D root 3. What did they ask for? Ratio of height of the tower and building. Height of the tower by height of the building is nothing but what is HT? D by root 3. What is HB? D root 3. Alright. So here HT by HB, height of the tower by height of the building is nothing but, so what happens? This comes down. D gets cancelled. 1 by root 3 into root 3, which is nothing but 1 by 3. The ratio of height of the tower to the height of the building is nothing but 1 by 3. So this is the last problem in applications of trigonometry exercise 12.2. With this we have finished the chapter applications of trigonometry. So after this, so it is like Anantalakshmi Academy has successfully completed the second chapter in its series. So post this chapter I will be starting on the chapter number 1. In the earlier video I said I do not remember the viewer's name, right? So she is Rani Narsimhala. She has requested me to start from the chapter 1. So I'll be doing that. So if you like the content and you are able to understand this, and if you feel that the content is worth enough and we are able to learn from this, please do like, share and subscribe to Anantalakshmi Academy. If you have any friends or if you have any relatives in your circle who are studying 10th class, please forward these videos to them, so, or refer my channel to them so that they can go through this, because in this pandemic situations, people are really very scared to send their kids to schools even though it is for studies. So it is very much fine, like you can learn from your home itself going through these videos. All right, so wait and watch till we get the next video of chapter 1. All right, thank you.